Hello there, Vic Benedict here. We're playing Gears of War 3 on the Series X, and this is my insane difficulty guide and walkthrough. We're currently on Act 4-1. It is entitled Ashes to Ashes. So I'm just doing some weapon switching at first, coming off the last chapter. I think they take your weapons away. I'm not sure, but I may have had to restart the chapter. As far as these ash people over here, as long as you do not break them or cause them to be broken in any way by your movements or your bullets, you can get access to the weapon room at the conclusion of the video. I would recommend getting it because it has a boom shot, torque bows in it. Well, I should say boom shots, torque bows, and incendiaries. There's also a clutch shot, some sort of icon, or I'm not sure what it is, but it only appears on insane difficulty, so you will see it at the end of the video, because this is the difficulty that we happen to be playing on. So I did go through this on hardcore to verify that, and when I went into the storeroom, I noticed that it was not there. So I'll point it out when it comes at the end of the video, but you do have some traps over here. You can stay put if you want to. You can do a little cover maneuvering over here. All you have to do is just wait for the guns to stop firing, and then you're completely safe to go. I also wanted to mention that if your teammates cause anything to break, as far as the ash people, that doesn't fall on you. So it's only your actions, your bullets, anything that your teammates do. It doesn't affect your getting access to the storeroom, and it does carry on. It's part of a chain of sequences that you have to do if you want to get the clutch shot, which we're not going to be getting, for the reason that I think it does have one move that gives you an advantage. If you get a perfect active reload, it could give you like a multiple barrage of boom shots, and that's not what we're going through on this walkthrough. Now, a couple of times in this, the Ashman's going to kick over something that has polyps in it. And these particular polyps have projectiles now. I've never seen them have that. But all you want to do on the polyps is just run to the door over here. And if they are on your heels, you'll see them on your heels, and they will be in this cutscene, and you'll see them and hear them if they are close enough. I couldn't see them in that instance, but I did hear them when I was playing, so they don't hit you is the thing. And then over here, there's a couple more traps where some shopping carts will fall down here. If they hit you directly, it is instant death. And then I think there's just one more trap where there's a baby's noise, a crying of a baby on a megaphone, and it's to tempt you over there. And I believe there's no way to not get killed if you go over there. It's just instant death, so don't fool around with it. I'm going to be equipping some frag grenades to deal with these polyps over here. The interesting thing about these polyps, though, is that if you don't kill them and run past them, you can secure a checkpoint, but they do checkpoint into the next checkpoint with you. And then I did notice, though, that if you reset the checkpoint a number of times, they do stop coming. So even though you do checkpoint them into this next checkpoint with you, there is a point at which they'll stop coming after you. So the checkpoint's right up here. You notice I used frags on them because there were some ash people around, and I wanted to confine the blasts right in front of that van, and it works out well where you don't kill any of the ash people over there. But if you're shooting all around that van, there's a potential that you could shoot one of the ash people and ruin your chances of getting the storeroom. But on this fight over here, you want to wait until the stocks spawn. The good idea to do on this is to fall back, although there are some ash people over here that I'm not really comfortable being around too much, because I don't want to like accidentally roll into them and have any problems. But since I know that they're back there, we can just not do that, and we should be safe, because as long as we're firing forward, we should be okay, because anything else that hits us is going to be coming from the enemies, and we're not responsible for their fire. You've got a couple of some pods on this first stock, about 3. You've got some drudges that are actually one cyclers. There's at least 2 drudges on the sequence, and one of them is a one cycler. So once you kill him, he won't mutate. And I'd like to see more of that in this game, actually. Just more one-cyclers thrown into the mix, because it would make things a little bit more interesting. But there could be as many as 3 dredges. I'm not sure. But you can fall back as much as you want over here, but just be aware that there are some ash people over here to watch out for. I have also sped up all the elevator sequences because they're really long. And what I'm going to recommend actually is getting power weapons, taking full use of the stock of the storeroom, getting boom shots for myself, and a torque bow, because there's 3 difficult fights in the next chapter. In fact, there's 3 fights, and they're all kind of difficult. Now, the first one is not that bad, but it can be awkward, which can result in it being a little difficult and challenging. But the torque bow is just for pure efficiency. It's not for any pod killing necessarily, but I'm going to be saving the boom shot for a stock that has a lot of pods on it, and the 3rd fight in the next chapter. So this is a really brief chapter. I've also sped up the encounter here in front of the gate, which takes quite a long time to transpire as well. So I do apologize about that, but it's, even Marcus is, you can see him there just stretching and waiting. But once you come in here, stand in front of this door over here and wait for what this woman says. And if she says something like, I guess the cog are all not that bad, that means that you've not killed any of the ash people, and she'll open the gate for you. So she'll do it electronically somehow, and then you just want to come on in here, pick up all the loot for yourself. I'm going to put the boom shot and the torque bow on, as I mentioned, and then, do you see that chicken in the bucket right there? That won't appear unless you're on Insane. So if you are worried, oh, he might not be playing on Insane, well, there you go. It has to be on Insane to have that there. So, also, it's very important to the next fight, to start with power weapons. So you want to have power weapons on these fights coming up. There is a retro lancer down here and some other things, but the torque bow and the boom shot combination, as well as the incendiary nades. The incendiary nades are not crucial. It's just those 2 power weapons and saving the boom shot for the 3rd fight, or the 2nd fight. That one's challenging too and annoying, but the 3rd fight I think is the most challenging. So anyway, that has been 4-1. I will see you in 4-2, and until I do see you there, please continue to take care.